Well, firstly, can you just introduce yourself? Where you started off mainly into the sound system business, how you got to become a selector, what influenced you, where was your beginning, how you started off? Did you start off working for a sound? Did you start on your own, start and build your own sound and push out, or what was the situation?
Well, basically, we play music from well, my name is Gabre Selassie. Same.
Real name or select name?
That is my Christian name, my Orthodox Christian name, my baptized name. See, I'm born, my family name, my mother name that my mother gave me is Carlisle Lee. That's my family name, Lee. Right, and my name is Carlisle. See, but I'm an Ethiopian Orthodox, so my baptism my name is Gabre Selassie. See, which means servant of the Trinity. See?
Okay.
Yeah, so in terms of sound, we start playing sound system maybe when we were in young teens, from 13, 14 coming up, but we have been always playing music from our early age, like maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 coming up. We always used to go through my father's records and rush home from school or eager for put on a record and listen to music. I listen to a wide variety of music them times still, I listen what my parents listen, But yeah, and just used to be fascinated sitting down by the stereo all day and just put on record after record after record, I really just said start from, but coming up now we wanted to play sound system, and things. So as a youth now, like when I was a graduate, when I was a leave prep school, I play for my prep school graduation party. When I leave high school, I play for my high school graduation party. But when I was playing for my prep school graduation party, say it's a small little system. I probably just borrow my father's house system and thing. And,
Roll through.
Yeah, roll through most of mix cassette to cassette them time there. They never have no turntable or nothing time, so you used to have 2 cassette player, and a small little mixer. Just run from a cassette to a cassette, and thing. And we grow from that, come up into teenager now. We start build, start the first starting of building of a sound system. We never know really what we was doing. We used to just watch other sounds and. We never know the science of sound system them time there. We just, can just build a box so and just drop in a speaker and put that out to it and it will play. It will play, but we never know the science of it. Say certain box need a certain speaker needs certain box, a certain box too big for certain speaker, certain amp too heavy, too light for certain, we never know the science of sound, but we just start build our own sound system and coming up and playing out at like house parties, like a sweet 16, like a office party, maybe a wedding or 2, and then I did go foreign for a while and start play with some sounds in Miami and thing, and each step that we're making, each step that I and I make is still, we're learning more about sound, we're playing with better sound. When we go to Miami now, we link up with some youth where they have a nice sound system. We used to select on the sound. But we learn about the sound and more and more and more and more. I left Miami now and come back to Jamaica now. There was a very popular party sound uptown named Ambassadors at that time.
That was in which time that exactly?
That is 80s.
80s.
Ambassadors used to rule uptown in the 80s,
While Stone Love did the boy now.
No, Stone Love was a downtown sound.
So Ambassadors was uptown and Stone
was the
Love
number
was
one uptown sound. Stone Love was the number 1 downtown sound.
So who did run up Ambassadors?
A virgin named David Muir, who eventually became a partner. Because what happened is that Ambassadors did market to a teenage crowd, because the youths who they started was going to high school. So they must have played for them brethren and thing, and it became very popular because amongst the teenagers them, it's a happening sound, hit sound and thing. But after 3-4 years I was playing as ambassador. The generation changing every year.
Yeah.
So it's like all of the friends them that them used to play for done gone away to college now.
And I'm not
And then them a play to them brother and sister, them younger brother and sister that heard about them last year.
Yeah.
Now them get to come out, and so every year ambassador still catering to a 13 to 16 and 17 age group, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ruling up the barbecue, them ruling up the fete, them and the
Sweet
uptown
16.
party, sweet 16, them everything, you know, even campus. Even campus, so as far as campus then.
Yeah.
And we play for every hall in a campus.
Yeah.
See me I say on the ring road party them after when them keep carnival and thing, you know. We get all of them gig there, barbecue and everything. But we find say we growing up. But we're playing to younger and younger kids, and then I make away there because it remain a name that the kid, you know, that it just stuck in an age group.
Yeah.
See? So alright, let us start a different song and cater to people our age and little older, because we didn't love hang out with mature crowd, you know. So we didn't want to reach a older crowd, so we started a song named Legend, which when David Park Ambassadors wasn't really my song. I didn't have any stake in it more than I used to play on the song still, you know. But then me and David became partners and we went in 50-50 into a song named Legend. And believe me, from one number one song to the next, it was just like Legend became the next number one song, Uptown, you know.
Yeah.
And thing, we did always love sound system, so we was always going to dance, ghetto dance, where, you know.
Yeah, I get here.
Yeah, you know, youths my age now really go them dancing because you have to go certain area for getting a dance.
See.
So if you're even interested in dance, you have to buy a Stole Love cassette or a Metro Media cassette or a Jammy's cassette and listen to that. You know, but no, and a whole heap of youths where we grew up with go out dance in the ghettos and, you know, in a city and everything.
Yeah.
But we used to go there because through we play sound and it's our business. We get to become friends with a lot of the sound man them, seeing. So we start go to them dances wherever them and keep them dance, you know. Stone Love and, you know, wherever in a city, Exodus, wherever them and play the guitar or whatever we go. And we get familiar there. So then them now in turn start to come link us when we do our thing uptown. You know, so you find say road would come uptown and start toast for our sound and thing there. Nowadays that come in like nothing. You know?
Yeah.
But back then it was like a really a line drawn. You had the downtown sound and the uptown sound. You know?
And they bring in the two of that together, because I would think say it was like just different for how
that was the starting of it.
Yeah.
Then we started to keep parties and started to bring, you know, like
two
Stone
crowds,
Love
yeah.
and Legend play together.
Yeah.
And we pick a midline
Neutral.
spot.
Yeah.
You know, like the first time we played together was Students Union.
Yeah.
4,000 people. You understand? The Students Union ram like you can't walk, like it didn't even start rain and people didn't even move to the way it ram. Can't move. You have to just, you know. Anyway, yeah, so that was it, you know. And I see it grow till right now. Renaissance can go anywhere downtown.
Uptown.
Stone Love, whoever can come anywhere uptown and play. So the borderline them crossover, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was good to see still, you know. But yeah, I'm coming from that now. So we have this number one sound and we're keeping some big parties and very successful in another field, you know. So boom now and thing and treading up and getting more mature now and we sight up far right, you know.
Yeah.
See? So sight up far right now is not, I couldn't really continue upon the road there.
You have to play
Would
certain
go
music
and play
and
certain
different.
music and cater to certain kind of party attitude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And thing and so we did kind of have to ease out. You know, me ease out and you know, we decided to just give Legend a park, you know. Because Legend was it was dependent on both me and my partner.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't do what he did.
And he
can't
couldn't do what
I
you
do.
did.
So
Yeah.
without any one of us, the concept of Legend don't work.
Yeah.
So we decided to just ease out a Legend. My partner went on to do some other things, you know. And I still continued in the music, but I started to play more roots music. And at that time, I never know, I wasn't as deep as I am now. I didn't know the music ran so deep, the roots music, you know. So we started play the 1 and 2 conscious tunes that was playing in the dance hall at the time. Added on to a few Bob Marley we didn't know, and little Peter Tosh and little Steel Pulse, Black Uhuru, you know, Third World kind of vibes, and we start from this and go.
Basically, and mainstream have underground.
Yeah,
kind of
and you know, make ways, and you know, I even at that time still, because we were so, you know, desperate to still be relevant and modern.
Yeah.
With it, you know, at that time even Beenie Man was a do couple conscious tune, and you understand, Capleton start come out of slackness into consciousness, and you understand, and Buju the same way, and so I came up with a generation that was on the move that way too. So them man they give me like help with the music, and so you know.
In at that time then that means say start for shift over in the mid 90s, early 90s time.
Right.
Isn't
No,
it?
like right at 1991.
Yeah.
Time there.
Yeah, when never all them, enough of them shift to start going Garnet Silk, all them money.
Right, and them start come up.
Yeah, and the reggae music
So I
start
come up into the Garnet Silk time.
Yeah.
Saying so. Pablo, that sound.
What's the name of Pablo's song?
Rockers. This is Pablo's sound. Right?
Okay.
So Rockers, and you know, I had it in my yard and wasn't playing out much. I never really had a lot of strength, and him was too much involved in the producing of music. He have no really time for concentrate on sound system.
Can I ask you, sorry, can I ask, that basically, so at that time Pablo was much older than you at that time?
Yeah man.
Was that elder, basically like,
yeah, he was my elder.
You to me, right?
Maybe, yeah, true.
Yeah,
True.
I'm
How old are you now?
25 right now.
Alright, and I was 45. See, so it's basically exactly the same, kind of 20 years kind of vibe. You see me I say? Yeah, so we'll go amongst Pablo and we get drawn into the mystic of the music and the mystic of Rastafari, and the man that was deeply spiritual, man, you know?
Yeah.
And linking up with enough other elders, and we just dip on that track there, you know?
Yeah.
So we start playing music for Rasta people, and we could gathering within the Rasta thing, and you know, humble down, you know, go back down to small sound systems, so like a speaker wherever we could afford, you know?
Yeah.
Because them time now we come out of Babylon now and make no money, and
it was more about the message, not the music. More about the message, not the
music. You know? See me I say, and think. So we just take it from there, so. And I come up, link up with Pablo, which is a great experience, one of the greatest experience I'm having in my life. Start selecting sound, you know, but still it wasn't too much on the road, but whenever we're playing at the yard, because the sound always string up in the yard and we play constantly, you know, for ourselves and Rasta people.
Where was that sound, on Iron Street?
No, that was at Pablo yard. So when I meet Pablo was living off of Washington Boulevard. And then he did move a couple years after and go way up into the hill in a tavern, Lawrence Tavern, in a Stony Hill.
Yeah.
Countryside, you know, and still same liberty, same tradition, string up sound and play sound every day, you know, play music every day, go studio every day, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And thing, and you know, we were farming late in a plan to come back on the road. Now here it is now probably have a selector now and a young youth, and you know, make away there, eager and things. So we have great plan. Pablo passed, may I say, and then basically I control up the sound. I've been running the sound since that. So we've been running the sound, and we take the sound on the road now as Rockers International, and we're playing enough different venues trying to get this same vibration that, you know, is going on here now. You know, with the start, you know, we didn't have a place like how I have a place now.
Yeah.
But so we did try go out there so and link up with a man and in bar or a man and in club and try work it. But even then it was so far-fetched as an idea.
To have a strictly rock out event at that
Roots
time.
music and Rasta music. You know, man with a you know. So it took long to grow and enough man get fed up because them is not fair mission or fair cause. Them want money them want. Them is bar people, restaurant people. I understand that. So
Yeah.
after 3 months and you can't make them cash register go whoa, you know?
Them are
So
going
it's alright,
move on.
karaoke, you know what I mean, ways there? And you know, so it was always bouncing and until we end up here. So
So when
It
you
just
came,
work, you know.
so when Kingston Dub Club started here, started on
Here?
Skyline, yeah.
About 3 years ago. But before here, so it was other places, you know. You may I say? Yeah, man, we tried the concept other places and thing.
Like where in particular?
Like, alright, Motor Wife used to have a vegetarian restaurant right in a Hope Garden there. Seen? There's a restaurant there, right in a Hope Garden. We used to play the stuff. We used to play on weekends. We used to play at the club before it named Weekends. So people buy it out and call it Weekends. It used to name Harry's Bar. We used to play at Harry's Bar. We used to play at Cable at Beach.
Yeah,
You see
that's
me, I
all
say,
by Wiki Waki side.
Wiki Waki style. We play a Liberty, which is Veggie Meals and Wheels before them move. Them name Veggie Meals and Wheels, but before them they name Liberty Restaurant at Hope Road. Seeing? The place with them backyard up on Constant Spring Road where they used to keep enough like a concert and thing. We usually play this stuff. We play this before the name backyard too. Lean. We try enough place, Jaman. We try enough place, Rasta. Jano.
But I have to really see
I just say it really sync up. But it's not really, you find say it all have to do with timing, you know. Cause that was just not the right time.
True.
It's like it was just like practice for me them time. I practice and I keep practicing and I keep fit until this time. Because you see me? So you know, I give thanks to them time the same way. I don't really look on them time there, you know, even though it was a struggle I go through and thing and you know, play downtown on Last Street for a portion for a while too. Every Thursday. And you know, we start go up on radio too. So we play for IRA FM like from 95 to 97 we play for IRA FM. And them #1 quote unquote reggae station. Them tell me say me and my Rasta music thing nah gonna work out.
Yeah, too deep for them.
Too deep for them. See me I say?
I know.
So
yeah, I got to
yeah, but them time they some late hours them a give me in a virgin,
yeah,
so it would be too deep. Yeah, it's still too deep. You understand me as some virgin and you know, and cup, you know, like them give me, you know, them get couple complaint and things like that. Security inform for me, so I live chalice in the studio and all that thing. But me come see Elise Kelly and Mighty Break and the whole of them man they are born urban in the studio, but you know me born a chalice me born them time there, isn't me? I say so she born chalice in the studio, used to get them out, you know, and thing and yeah, so we left this up and we come up university have a radio station named yeah man, Radio Mona. It now changed to something else.
I think it's New Talk now.
News Talk, right?
I think so.
But before that it used to belong to it was a campus station. Now it is privately owned, you know. It was a campus station, a university station called Mona, FM Mona or something like that, you know. Radio Mona. Radio Mona, right. So we played this for two years. And then we ease off of that. Start going to some farming and thing. Then we come back and I did about 6-7 years from Best FM. When Best FM just a start. You see me I say? And yeah. And then from I leave Best FM now, you know. I come just meditate on a dub club and thing, you know. That would have started the dub club from even a longer time, but one is that hurricane it mashed up the road. The road did have a big breakaway.
That was Ivan.
Yeah. And it just fixed like maybe 3 years now. You understand me? I said to go along Ivan was probably 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Any which way you want, take whichever way closer to you.
You would have reached
no, sometime if I come this way, I park over there, walk through Miss Marley yard and come over here. When Dub Club just opened, that's what they had to start to do, you know. No fall some girl in some pretty girl in some high heel shoes, park up over there and walk through when you know, there's a bushy part right over there. Walk through that Rasta and come over here, so seeing. None of them says that, you know, that's add to the journey. It's like a journey into the hills, into the bush, and yeah, into the bush, and you just hear the sound, and you know. Anyway, so yeah, because of that, I was kind of hesitant to start the dub club here. And one day, I normally keep a birthday party still. So one of my birthdays, I'm gonna keep a party here, and enough people to come and Luciano was there too. Luciano did sing and thing. I book up Luciano one time and Luci said, Gabriel, when you keep the next vibes on the hill. I said, boy, I want to do a regular Sunday thing in Luci, but the road to hold me down. I don't know when the government to come fix the road. You see me? I said, and Luci said, Virgin, don't wait on that rasta. Just start the thing, man. Start the thing. It's like a bell just ring off and I made it and I said, wow. True man, just start the thing. I'm start it.
From then?
From this one. Till now I said there, See me? Yeah man. So that's, that's it in a nutshell really,
In terms of you upgrowing from the beginning now. Alright then. So, like that. In terms of now, since you come through from them time to now, more your point of view as it relates to sound systems and selectors, how them involvement in the development of music shape dancehall and reggae music as it is right now. Because in the, let's say in the 70s, was the 70s or the 80s, they started to have toasting start going on dance, right? And through the toasting,
from the 60s.
From the 60s, through the toasting, start breeding new waves of artists in dancehall, really, right? So, which are the case now, selectors and namely which selectors and sound system operators were very influential into and very involved into the development of the music as it is now?
Well, definitely, I'd have to say, even say, from the beginning when you did have sound like Downbeat, which is Studio One sound, Sir Coxsone sound, Sir Coxsone Downbeat, and yeah, Theme sound was very influential both as a producer, the sound that him created as Studio One label, and then him sound system on the road, because them thing there was novelty at them time. Never, wasn't listening music like how it was mostly the big band sound. When you go parties, a band you listen to, like Scatter Lights or.
And then people these was in the ska era. So as you move forward from the ska era to the Rocksteady era, you start to have a.
No, not really, because even as sound system, even in the sound system era was still in the same ska era there too. It was coming out, the big band sound into sound system, where man used to string up a sound for them corner, like Sir Coxsone used to have him sound system, and him have exclusive music where him bringing from foreign, and him did start record him own music, not with the intention of even say them never did know that the music would sell commercially like how it sell. They were just doing it like to have something unique to play upon them sound system. So
what about
the great Sebastian? Good. So yeah, the other sounds now coming up now, whether they're producers or not. But you normally find say sound systems, a lot of producers, they end up having a sound system too. Yeah, if you check throughout history.
What about like John Laws and them people there?
John Laws used to have a sound in Volcano.
Yeah.
Right. So I say Jammies have Jammies. So I say, so Studio First, for them sound was Coxsone and Downbeat, and Mr. Reed, Duke Reed. That was the name of his sound, even though his label was Treasure Island. Did have a label named Duke Reed too, but his label was Treasure Island,
Question, Duke Reed was an engineer? Duke Reed was just a producer?
He was just a producer.
Okay, so more now. Now them time Flava sound, even now, Flava sound was very expensive. How enough of them people end up funded, really? Because it has always been said from the get-go, say a lot of sounds in the early days were funded by drug dealers.
I wouldn't say in the early days, no. I wouldn't say. Coming up throughout the history of sound system, definitely for sure. You did have some sound system where it come up and is man where,
Yeah.
Man where hustler, smuggler, them man they have them sound system because them love sound from a long time. Now them have the money, them can buy them own sound.
Yeah.
And spend money upon dub and go out there. So a lot of them wasn't really even genuine sound man, it was just more like a name brand thing, like you can just kick back with him bridging them and a drink and him sound out there as a champion sound a perform. So I say
like him horse.
Yeah, like a horse. A lot of them used to have horse too.
Yeah.
See? So it's like that,
Alright then.
Zine.
So moving now back to like the selector then.
But I wouldn't say that was the general thing. If some man, a majority of the sound man rise up from humble beginnings and struggle with them sound and struggle from little bit to and come up and make great sacrifice to bring up a sound. Some of them succeed, some of them don't. And even the ones them that don't, them still love it, that them still keep it up even though them not making a living off of it or getting the commercial benefits off of it. May I say?
True.
Yeah.
Then, well, that is very true. Because I know it's enough selector, enough man have sound, still as a player any event. I just still take it out and and play. Just because they have the passion, have the sound, and them still thrive off the culture. Because the thing is, a true selector and true sound system operator is also a lover of music and one who always collect music. You can't never have enough new music. The music is like knowledge,
Yeah, man. It's like food. Like knowledge is like food,
And just like how you talk about the rockers thing, same thing with me. Because same how when me I come up now and try to listen reggae and thing. I listen mainly the reggae in the 90s to early 2000s coming up. And made those mainstream names you're hearing about, and then now when you start getting more involved in the music now, you start looking up some other names. You start finding names like Black Uhuru and Peter Tosh and Jacob Mill, yeah, them on the mainstream, and then you go deeper and you find like Congos
and I can tell you say, right now, Dean, I is about 25, 20 odd, nearly 30 years with them on the trad of roots music, just meditating on roots music. We used to be an all-rounder. We listen to all different type of music growing up. All different type of music growing up, seeing? And even when we start playing sound system as a youth, I did do the dancehall and the soul music from a bridging to the disco and the hip hop and the calypso. You understand? So we used to listen enough soul music to and thing, but from we say roots music, I swear, I don't want to sound close-minded, or one-track minded.
Yeah.
But I only listen to roots music from that time right up until now, and I haven't found the depth of it, I haven't found the width of it, I haven't found the height of it, and always learning. Yeah, I can't find the depth of it all now. When you think you know, you think you know all you go amongst some man, you understand, and carry deeper into the rabbit hole, the quality and the width, height. Enough music, Rasta can't done. Roots music just has one genre. Is that? Yeah, I can't max it out all now. More time, yeah man, if you don't care for the computer chip, I have to just, them have to take it easy to move my intake of music, new music and, so much out there. So much. Yeah, enough.
Yeah, that true still, but more acts, when you come on to roots, man, we gotta touch that. Dub. When you come on to dub, when the dub emerge, did it really emerge in the sound system settings, or did it come off as a studio thing?
Well, for it to come out on a sound system, it have to come through the studio. But it wasn't made for release. It wasn't made when them discovered the dub, or when them did start the early experimentations of dubbing. It's like, I forget which sound it was. Roddy, Zine. Did have a Roddy Aboriginal, did have a sound named the Supreme Ruler of Sound. And him there Drew Creed one night and I run off some dub plate to play a dance. And while running off the dub plate now, it's like the vocal button did mute one at the time, them like it get pressed by mistake and them I run it off, and when them realize that them gonna stop it now, it's like that man said, no man, cut it same way so. You see me I say? So them did have a version now to it, you know? And it wasn't the art of mixing and them thing, they didn't really get involved yet. It was just vocal and dub version, you know? So yeah, then they start with that. So in a dance now, after you put on the record, the tune,
you
play the version, and then if you have an MC or a toaster at that time, or a DJ or a singer, them would come through and them will hold it, you know. So that's it really start from until it get wild, become the new thing to do. So man, they dep on that now. They know when they reach up into the time of scratch perry now and tubbies. Them man they know add the art form of the dub, the dubbing, the mixing with the echoes and the delay and the drop, drop in, drop out and all kind of sounds and thing, you know. And the man they carry it now to a next level, you know. So yeah, so dub, it even progress over the time. You see me I say right until now, man, I dub, you know.
Yeah. So you'd have selectors actually dubbing like.
Yeah, on the sound, yeah, man. You know.
Just
that's why them have pieces of machine like the one you asked about.
Yeah.
Cause that can help them dub, for do the dubbing easier. You can do it with other equipment, cause before I had one of those, I was kind of doing the same ideas, but I had to use more equipment to do it and different equipment to do it and things. So we just kind of simplify it and
more
follow like a soundman tradition. Cause that's really a soundman tradition where you have a little preamp and, you know.
Then. So most sound system engineers or sound system owners, they want to be versed in terms of the operation and in fixing and electronic wise as sound and
Some of them.
But a sound would have more come like a business really where you have a different set of man have different responsibilities in that.
Of course. Yeah man. Yeah man,
so,
definitely.
You can name like coming up like how you mentioned your virgin right there. What's his name by the way?
Arville.
You'd have any other persons in certain areas who was very he was involved in engineering.
Alright, so Tubbies didn't even play the sound. But Tubbies build the sound, Tubbies build the amplifier, the pre-amplifier, everything. Tubbies fix the amps and rewind the speaker them, and that's what Tubbies do, you know. Mix the music that play on the sound and them thing. Then you used to select Tubbies. See me I say?
Oh.
Yeah.
So Tubbies was really the engineer and so on, not
right, and the owner and thing.
So who else?
You know, well I don't know how technical like all a man like Weepo is. Weepo is probably not technical, but him is a sound man where he uses select and he's intricate in the building of the sound. You understand? Like he will tell you what box him want. You know, maybe he's not the one to do the carpentry, but he can tell you what box him want. You see me? And tell you what kind of amp him want, and make a ways there and put it together and what's so the man there, the man is true sound man too, which is not, he was not just selector, he was a sound man too. He wasn't a technician, he probably had to link with a technician, and certain box builders like I have to do. So I say, because I'm not really that technical. I can help myself up to a certain level, certain work belong to the next man. You understand? So, but you have enough sound man too, man, with that them can fix them own sound and build them own boxes and things. Yeah man.
So I feel like average setup for a sound would have cost a man. Like one person wants to start up a sound and like what the equipment they gonna need and how the average costs are going in terms of would it be better?
If it's the sound system world, I'm gonna step up right? The average sound out the road, really, to call yourself a sound, on a standard level, you have to have 3 tower speakers. Each tower consisting of at least 8 bass speakers. And the top end to match that. And you have to have 3 of that. That is the standard requirement for a sound, they say. With a sound system. Man can have 2 columns still and play in a theme category. It's like a lightweight belt and a
Heavyweight
weight
and
you know, like a welterweight, and you know, so you can have that. You can have one column and play. Cause look for me, even though I dealing with sound and thing, but for the place where I play, 3 column is you know,
3 column with that shit though.
No, I can't do 3 column, man. This is enough for me. No, but enough other sound man when them play out, them don't. It's not every day them play them 3 column, especially in them days when the sound law and them thing there. But them have 3 column. That's just like that's the measure. That's a standard. You know what I mean with that?
So
millions of dollars, my lord. Millions of dollars, yeah.